Hello, welcome back to part 3, level 3, how to beat your dad at chess. I'm going to go with the king's pawn opening for this one. Um, that's an interesting reply. I doubt you'll see that very much. The reason why it's interesting is because it's uncommon. It doesn't really accomplish anything. It doesn't prevent me from doing what I want to do, which is control the center. The reason why controlling the center is good is because you get your bishops out, your queen out, and your pawns don't get in your own way. You don't want to block in your bishops with pawns back here and here. All right. He's playing conservatively. So now what I can do is I can hop a knight out, and then he might bring his bishop to here, which will put pressure on this pawn here. So I don't want to do that yet. I can play another pawn up again, and that's what I'm going to do, just to get an enormous center. Okay, now he's finally acting out. So if I take and he takes back, I can take the queen, but then the knight can recapture. That's like a boring game. I'm trying to win here, right? So I want to keep the queens on unless it gives me an advantage, like if his king had to take. So here I'm tempted to just attack his knight and see where it goes. If it goes too far forward like this, I can win it back, and then when the pawn takes, I'll win the pawn actually. So it's a little too ambitious for him, probably. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So that's a bad move, and I'm just crushing him now because my knight can come to here and his can't. But now he's trying to get it there. Okay, but I can just wait and do nothing because I'm gonna just keep controlling this square the whole game. Because when he takes here, I'll just take back, and you want to take towards the center. You want to keep your center pawns and do away with your other ones. And this one, I'm just going to keep this all games. So for now, I will just hop out here. I'm not as afraid of this pin anymore because I don't have any pressure here. So I'll just hop out. And the idea is to get your knight out and your bishop out and then castle this way. Most games where you start with this move. All right. So he's attacking this, which is defended already. That's why this knight belongs here. I can attack his knight and pin it to the queen, but that just, gives his bishop something to do. So here I'm going to get my bishop out of the way so that I can castle. Okay, I could play pawn to here, preventing knight from to here. Knight might come here though. I'm just going to castle. Okay, he's getting ready to castle. Now he could go here and they could put serious pressure on this pawn. But I'm defending it once, I could defend it again with this knight. Um so a nice place to bring this bishop is right here, but then his knight can attack it. So I might play this move first, especially since I didn't play this move and put my bishop here. I like to have at least one way for my king to get out. So this move is kind of nice, even though this bishop is preventing this bishop. I mean, this knight is preventing his bishop from coming to here right now. This knight can still use this square. So, And I can't think of anything better to do, so well, let's think of some captures. If I took here, it makes this pawn weak, but his bishop is defending it. So takes, he takes back. You have a weak pawn here. Like, I could play queen to here, and that's a threat. Because if he castles after queen to here, I can win this pawn. So I wonder what he'll do if I do that. I'll just play it. Oh, he has that knight move that he could have played, which would have been good because it would have doubled attacked this. But then I could have played queen to there, defending it. He's attacking this, but that's defended. This he's defending now. But I can, I want to play bishop here to attack his queen, but that gives up this pawn. So the question is, how do I defend this pawn and then play that? And I can step it up here or here. Generally, I like not moving it because it's defending this knight. You don't want to have pieces just that are defenseless. So I'm going to move the rook here and prepare bishop to here. And he doesn't have time to attack it because the queen will have to run away. And let's think about where is it going before I attack it. It's probably going to retreat back in this direction. If it goes here, it could. Let's find out. All right. Now this rook's looking good, you know. I'm just going to move. Now it's worth moving this pawn away from this knight's defense because just to get the rook breathing. So I'm very tempted to play b4 here. I could also do the flight square, but it's just a little too slow for me right now. Should I take? No. Keep the tension unless you're winning something. The problem with this move is the knight becomes weak and the queen can attack it with pawn takes here. And then I can't take back because... But if pawn takes here, I could take back with the knight. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. And I also need to get this rook to here. Yeah. See, I would love to take like this, like I said I would, but it doesn't matter anymore because the knight already hopped out here. Now I can finally do that. But will this pawn become a target with the knight move? Should I take with this pawn just because? No. Because I can use this file with my rook. So rook here should be strong. All right, I'm not even winning. It's an even game here. I'm pretty confident that I'll win, though. All right, so now the question is, how can I attack this queen again? The bishop to here is what I'm thinking. But that doesn't really work. So, you know, you can move this pawn to get this rook going. That's probably the best move. Still, this move is pretty good. Might be time for that, but I'm kind of just applying the pressure here. So if I go there, that gives up this square to the knight, which I can take, and then he takes, and then this bishop defends it, which is annoying. So I'm not moving him yet. I'm actually going to go in for that now. He did the same thing. All right, man. Alright, so now I'm going to double up rooks on this file and just dominate. Put one of my rooks here eventually. And yeah, and that's going to win it for me. Because then when my rook is functioning this way, and his rooks are only functioning this way, mine are twice as powerful. So that's how you win with the same pieces. You make yours twice as valuable. All right, so first step is rook to here, because then I'm going to slide the queen to here and put the other rook here. So I'll have a triple cannon. So first step is here to here. Okay, that's a good move. He's attacking here, which I knew would be a weakness, but nothing that can't be defended. I can defend it with the queen doing my little thing. That's kind of convenient, isn't it? Might as well just do that. Was a planned move anyways. Alright, now, did he just do the same thing? Yeah, he's really going to lose now. He just doesn't know what he's doing. So now rook here is really strong, or I could go rook here. I'm going to do rook here. I don't really see how he can combat against this strategy right now. Huh. I think here just triple up, just for lack of anything better to do. Alright, now calculating if I take, it's not good for me yet. He's running out of room. You see how my pieces are all like go wherever they want, and his are all like, oh my god, like this guy has 0 moves, this guy has 1 or 2 moves, and this isn't an option. So he has 1 move. This guy has like barely any moves. This guy has 0 moves. You see the difference? Same pieces, but mine are way better. Alright, so now I can hop this knight into here. I wish I could do that. Take this pawn out. That's the weakness. This backward pawn right here is a weakness. So I can let's think about how to target it. I got my knight over here. So knight hops, boom, 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 and I can win this pawn. And then I'll start a sideways operation. I need this guy going sideways. Well, that's too many knight moves. It'll take too long. I want, and a good reason to move this knight is to get this pawn up and going. But I don't really have anything in the center. I need to come from over here. So this pawn up, if he takes, my bishop comes out. Could be important. I don't know though. So I'll go for it. So I need as good a pieces as possible. He just has no good moves at all. He's got nothing. Alright, so if I take here, he has to take with the pawn. But I can play this move, which really strengthens the rook, frees the queen up, and it's defended by the bishop. So I'm going to go there. So now, there's no way I'm losing this game because, look, I could hop the knight to here and then to here and attack this bishop and just start trading pieces. Because look, the knight can't move, the queen dies. He has no good moves at all. The knight is the easiest piece to remaneuver. My bishops can kind of stay where they are. I could use this bishop, but maybe along this file if I get this knight away. I could also just, you know, harass him by playing this move and saying, I'm going to fortify my position, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's like, let's see what he does if I play that move. Yeah, he's got nothing. If computers could resign, he would resign. So this is how you do it, folks. All right, I'm going to go in for it. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's see how many pieces I'm winning here, because his queen is not there anymore. So I win that, win that, win that. That's check. It's almost mate. But he escapes and my queen dies. So if, let's say, pretend I had the queen, if I remaneuvered, because I have all day, right? If I remaneuvered and the rooks came off first, I would win both rooks and a bishop and only lose my rooks, and my queen would remain there. So that's going to be my strategy. For now, this is annoying. I can't really play this move, can I? No. I can hop the knight back, but he'll just take, which is annoying, right? Or does that matter? And if I take, his queen comes out. I don't really want that, do I? What's the best move here? Also, queen to here. I'm going to move the queen anyway, right? So queen to here is good, because if he takes, queen takes. My structure's solid. If he doesn't, I'm threatening his queen. And once I win, if I trade the queens off, is this a winning advantage over here? It is, but I don't really see how yet. It's not immediately winning, because my queen won't be there. All right, I got to do something, guys. I'm going to do... I'm going to do queen to here. See, he's still got nothing. Unless he's smart enough to try to trade queens right now. Which means maybe I should bring my rook up even further so I can get my queen out of the queen trade and still behind the gun. So I can play my... That's what's nice about having all this space. You see the pawns. This is his end zone, and this is mine. Like, this is his land, and all this is mine. Like, if we're playing Go or whatever. All right, I need to play this to here. And there's nothing you can do about it. Now, before I do my ultimate attack, I could hop the knight in, because I'm just torturing him if he was a real person. But, because you want your pieces to be in best position before you go in for it. But, I think I have to go for it right now just for the immediate threat. Otherwise, he goes there and goes back in time. I don't know. I'm going to do the immediate threat. Okay, queen trade. Did I fuck that up? Yeah, I should have gone there. Alright. Okay. If I go there, he doesn't have any checks. He doesn't have any pieces to help him. And my threat still remains, and he can't get his bishop out of the way or save it. So I don't really see what he's going to do. Alright, knight moved, so now that's a threat, finally. I should have moved my queen to here to keep an eye on that. But this threat is too big, right? So I can just win the bishop. because if he tries to throw an intermezzo in here, I take with check. All right. If I take this rook over here, he kind of has to take back, and then I get a check, and he has to take, and then I get another check, and I win this pawn. So I think that's the best. If I go over here, I check him. He can check, and then I don't have any. I mean, he takes with the rook. I don't have any forcing moves after that. So I think this is the most strong. Yeah, he just fell apart. So here, this is just funny. I don't even know what the best move is. Everything is winning. So I could just take here. It's probably best when you have the opportunity to just wipe someone out. Give him another check. My rook didn't belong there. He belongs down here. All right, we'll block. Now I can play queen to here because his knight isn't really attacking me, and I'm also threatening this pawn here and this pawn at the same time. Then he can win this and attack that bishop. Then I attack that, and he's toast. So let's do it. It's not a good move, but whatever. Check. 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 Alright, so I have a check right here. That brings him down to here. Then I can take this pawn. Or I could just keep this guy alive. Rook to here is good. Check. 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 Checkmate. Nope. Oh, still not checkmate. How do I checkmate? Oh well. Man, this is brutal. This is bad. Man, where is the checkmate? Like, what? This is craziness. I lose the knight. This is too funny, dude. Alright, this has to be checkmate right here. This is mate. That was ridiculous. I apologize.